I have a feeling if you're watching this video, you might be thinking about selling your house. I'm Craig Bennett with Russ Lyon Sotheby's International Realty, and today we're going to be talking about questions I get from sellers that I think you might be wanting to ask as well. For more information, please feel free to hit the blue button below. So one of the questions I get from my sellers, and you might be asking this question as well, what is my home worth? Well, a lot goes into that question. One of the main things we do as a realtor is we do a comparable market analysis. We look at what's sold in your area, what's currently available, and what is under contract. We take all that into consideration, the most weight leaning onto what is sold in the area. We look at those homes, we look at the square footage, and through that we derive a value on your home. But we also take a look at the condition of your home and the comparables as well. That's how we derive the price of your home. We always say appraisals are an art and a science, and so is really valuing the price of your home. The other question I get a lot of is, how can I increase the value of my home before selling? That kind of plays into the question I just answered. When I do the market analysis, what I often do is look at what are some improvements you need to do to your home to take it up to the next level, get that next value, that next price point. Sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes a home really, if you do the extra work, the comparables just don't justify the cost for that improvement. But together we do an analysis of the property, what needs to be done. Sometimes it's something simple, carpet, fresh paint. That can actually increase the value of your home. More importantly, in my opinion, many times, it actually increases the sellability of your home. And then the current market that we're in, we're more into a balanced market right now, somewhat leaning into a seller's. Really doing the carpet, the paint, some of the cosmetic fixes, it just puts a little edge on your product, your home, that will make it give it better days on market. So you're gonna get your home sold faster than someone who hasn't done that work. So a lot of times it's more about that than actually increasing the value of your home by doing improvements. This I get a lot. Should I sell my home before I buy a new one? A lot of people come to me, they want to move for a variety of reasons. Maybe it's a new school district, a job transfer, or they just need bigger space or downsizing. When I work with someone who has to sell their home before they buy a new one, we look at all the variables. Do you want to do a contingent sale? So it means you buy a home contingent upon the sale of your home selling. We look at other alternatives. Maybe there's some bridge financing where we can, you can buy your home based on a bridge loan, and then when you sell your home, we can pay the bridge loan off and go into a financing program that takes out that bridge loan. What I find most people do is a contingent offer. And right now, again, the market that we're in, I've actually been very successful getting contingent deals done. So what that means is we go out, we get your home ready to sell. We get the pictures done, we get the home all ready, staged, we go through all that. Then we go out and find you a home. Once we find your home, we put an offer in it contingent upon the sale of your home. At that point, I sell to the other agent the idea that your home is going to sell quickly, and here's why. We're going to price your home right. It's going to show beautifully. I already have the photos, the videos done, so I can present that to the other agent to make the case why they should accept your contingent offer. And again, I've been getting a lot of these done over the past 6 months, so it's not an uncommon thing. I touched on this earlier, but another question I get a lot is, what is the difference between a buyer's and a seller's market? A buyer's market is basically a market that favors buyers. There is a lot of inventory, prices are down, interest rates are down, it favors a buyer. So a buyer is going to get a better deal, so to speak, in a buyer's market. On the other hand, a seller's market is going to favor a seller. That means there's typically a little less inventory, high buyer demand. It's going to create a seller's market situation. Where the few buyers that are vying for that home are going to be more limited. So the sellers can maybe drive their price up or be in more demand. Maybe it's a multiple offer situation. Another great question I get in the beginning of taking a listing is, what do I need to disclose to buyers? Well, in Arizona, we have a form called the Seller Property Disclosure Statements. And that form walks buyers or sellers through the process of disclosures. Makes it very easy to do that process because you have to disclose quite a bit to the buyer. Pretty much everything you know about the home, repairs made, issues that are not fixed, issues that have been fixed. Is it in an HOA? What are the utility companies? There's many different things you need to make in those disclosures. Filling these out properly will save sellers from possible lawsuits or issues later when you think you might have disclosed something that didn't need to be disclosed but should have been disclosed. The form walks you through that and really helps out. And as your realtor, I help you make those disclosures by telling you kind of different areas to take a look at. Choosing the right listing price. How do we do it? Well, I already mentioned that when I talked about what is my home worth. But there are two different things, really. What is my home worth is the value of your home in today's market. We also look at what's the right listing price. And a lot of times, if we adjust the listing price a little bit more aggressive, a little lower, and you're in a good area, your home shows well, by adjusting that sales price just a little bit lower, we can actually create a multiple offer situation. Not a guarantee, but I've done it a number of times lately where we just can bring that price to the right price just below the actual value, and you can stimulate the market to react and generate multiple offers. Every day out there, there's people swimming around. They call it the buyer pool, right? The buyer pool is out there. They're looking at homes in the area. Your home pops up. It's in the buyer pool. All those buyers that are actively looking are going to respond to it. And that's what creates a multiple offer situation. What I do with sellers is I really work with them on establishing a timeline of when do you want to sell, how aggressive do you want to be, and what are you comfortable with in pricing a home. And with all that, we choose the right listing price for your home based on your needs as well. Those are some of the questions I get. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you'd like more content like this, please feel free to hit the subscribe button below.